Hey, do you remember when 7 Up was running ads saying 7 Up is the Uncola? Do you? Well, that's an example of a brand trying to positioning against the competition. And in today's email teardown, I have an example of how you can do the same as a course creator. And this comes from one of the biggest names in online education and personal development. Let's start. Okay, so what is competitive positioning? Well, this is about defining how you differentiate your offering and create value for your market. And I know that kind of sounds a bit of like marketing, generic thingy explanation, but this is very important because you can't just be, one of many. You should be one of few. And ideally, you should be just like top of mind and make your brand the number one mental response when your audience thinks about a specific thing. That kind of clarity is unbeatable and it can help you overcome competition. Now, the secret is also about identifying a very specific benefit that your audience will clearly understand and will use to position you on their mental map. Now, I did say customers because that's the thing. The success of any positioning, branding, marketing strategy does depend on the value that customers, not companies, place on features, on benefits, and obviously on your product. Okay, now let's look at the email. So here's what Mindvalley is doing. Now, inflation has been insane lately, and everybody has been raising prices, even though they didn't like it. I even have a podcast episode about it. Many companies are faced with this ultimate solution of raising prices to just be able to continue to provide services and products to their audience, if not in the same quality, just staying afloat. I mean, times are hard right now. So here's what Mindvalley is doing. When everybody's increasing the prices, they're going lower. So Mindvalley membership is now $100 lower for good. That's their subject line. It's not like, hey, amazing news, whatever. No. It's very clear. Now, here's where they actually begin to use that positioning against and competitive positioning in their email. And obviously your audience, the majority of the audience, they're not going to know what's actually happening, that this is a marketing strategy, but they will understand what are the benefits for them. So let's go. We're happy to announce that Mindvalley membership has become more affordable than ever. As we continue to grow as a company, we want to not only give you access to the best trainers, content, and features possible, we want to do it while lowering prices. So, effective January 1st, 2024, the annual subscription for Mindvalley membership is now $100 lower for good. So, as you can see, like the above the fold, let's call it that, we have a few keywords that are bolded, more affordable than ever, lowering prices, and then the big thing. They do this for a reason. The majority of people, they don't read an email like I did word by word. Majority of people, you included, me included, we scan content and we look for content that might be interesting and useful and of value for us. So first we scan. If something catches our eye, then we stop and go back to read more in detail. Okay, so we have Mindvalley membership. It's the same branding we all know. The colors are there. And it's also like a preview of what's inside if you look at the images behind the Mindvalley membership logo on this image. Then it says start your membership today. There's no information about the price, meaning that you're gonna go to the sales page and the sales page is gonna basically sell you on the next step in your journey. Now, this is where they are explaining the strategy basically, and this is where you know that this is what they're doing. It's competitive positioning. So, while other companies are raising prices year on year, at Mindvalley, we want to do the exact opposite. And through the economies of scale, we're not only able to build what is arguably the greatest transformational platform on the planet, but also make it more accessible to an ever wider global audience. So, if you've been thinking about becoming a member, I'd love for you to join us. Visit the page below to get started. Now, I do have a few things to mention here. So, the competition in personal development has been insane lately. You don't only have big brands like Mindvalley where they have other people come in and teach and sell their programs under their flag, but you have other smaller brands like this. Communities one, it's focused again on spiritual development and yoga and wellness. But you also have personal brands that are getting viral, especially after COVID. If you think about it, when COVID hit, Mindvalley was kind of the biggest one possible. And that opened their brand to new markets, new segments of groups that while they did enjoy the content, they wouldn't necessarily be able to afford it. And I'm thinking about countries from Asia, from Africa, even maybe South America. Now, over the years, Mindvalley started to get a lot more competition. Again, brands just doing the same thing they're doing, as well as personal brands building their own schools, their own programs, using marketing, digital marketing, promoting their stuff more and more and more. And I know I'm one of the copywriters helping some of these personal brands engage their audience more and enroll more people through their email marketing. So the competition is going up and up and up. But here's the deal. For Mindvalley, for a long time, they had exclusivity, meaning that at this point, they're not one of few anymore. They are one of many. And the higher the prices, the harder it is to convert a large volume of their audience, just because the majority of an audience, and this probably is valid for a lot of brands, they're not ready to buy, either because they're not really in the problem right now that these companies are solving, or because they simply can't afford it. And that's a reality for a lot of people in this world. As much as we'd like to discuss these first world problems where, marketers saying, well, your audience says they don't have money, but they do have money, they just spend it elsewhere. Well, in this case, when we're talking about countries outside the Western world, this is an actual issue. And I think this is one of the problems Mindvalley is facing as well. I talked a lot. Okay. So if you've been thinking about becoming a member, I'd love for you to join us. Visit the page below to get started. Now, the images do kind of highlight a little bit of the experience. It's what they normally do. And you are highlighted some of the programs as well. Start your journey with Mindvalley. There's no call to action apart from like the soft one. There's no mention of how much it costs, right? Here's what's included in your membership. Now, this is all to the idea of showcasing some of the value that you're gonna get, because this is the annual membership we're talking about. So it's not gonna be $49, right? So if you wanna click that button and you go to a page and you still see that the investment is quite high anyways, you really need to go there with the idea that what you're going to pay for is very valuable and it's worthwhile your investment. So you have like hundreds of quests, complete access to our entire vault of the world's leading programs for every area of personal transformation. You have meditations. Immerse yourself in over 1,000 guided meditation and therapeutic sounds for relaxation, focus, healing, and more. Community, build meaningful connections, and an AI guided curriculum. Now, I would have highlighted just one of them, made it even more visible than all the others, because while all these four are great and they do kind of help showcase the potential value I'm gonna get, as well as the total amount of stuff I'm gonna get, just one of them is actually better than all of them. Now, my money is on this one. that you actually have access to these programs created by people like Marissa Peer, and they're very niche and very good at what they do, so you'd love to want to learn more from them. It's a kind of like a masterclass experience, and I'm actually curious because I know what masterclass costs per year, and I want to see how much Mindvalley costs per year. So this is the sales page. Now, I love this thing about Mindvalley where they kind of track your location and they can personalize the experience for you, so they know I am in Romania, and now it says now available in Romania, which is actually good because it makes you feel, oh, look. So now I have this opportunity to get it, like what, it wasn't available before. So now available, Mindvalley membership, every day, in every way, become better and better at living your full potential, become a member. And this is a preview of, some of the people that are there. This is the monthly one. Let's go to choose your plan. So it's $299 a year. And I can tell you that this is a good price, especially since I know there are personal brands selling courses for more than that. But this one gives you access to dozens, hundreds, right, of other stuff. Now, I'm not a Mindvalley affiliate member. Maybe I should. I know. Are they offering? But if I would look at this, I would look at that email from before and I'd see all of these and then just look at the sales page and then go there with this in mind, I would definitely consider them as opposed to maybe joining some other membership, just because of comparing what I'm investing with the amount of stuff I'm getting. But hey, that's just me. Now, this was an example of competitive positioning in the course industry. And you have to admit, it's pretty powerful and it's a pretty good tactic. Let me know if you use it, and if you do, what are the results?